Why should there be principles and boundaries in friendship? And you call that friendship? Hi guys, hello and thanks for joining us on another episode of Chit Chat. I am Chinasa, but if you call me Chi, I will be so proud of you. Welcome. So you're welcome to Chit Chat, where we talk about personal development, lifestyle, and on today's episode, I'll be sharing with you the ways to set boundaries in your friendship with people, especially those rude friends. Those people who feel they can just chat you up and start saying things. And obviously you've tried possible ways to let them know that this is your limit, but they wouldn't want to listen. So don't worry, we're going to deal with them together. So yes, without further ado, let's jump right into it. Boundaries in relationships, in friendships, in whatever with people is very necessary, because some people might just take you or use you as something you do not even wish, or something. In fact, some people's energy towards you or into the friendship would be totally negative, and it's not something you also do to them. So it's very disrespectful when they do the same thing to you. So when you're seeing all these signs, all these commas, I think there is need for you to set these boundaries. And I think this even brings me back to the first time I got to know that there is something called boundaries in relationship or friendship. So there is this person I know, and I think it's been 6 or 7 years ago, sort of 6 or 7 years ago, when I got to know this person, and he was like, what are your principles in friendship? And I was lost. Principles. So there are principles in friendship. And the person was like, okay, if you don't have, I have. And I'm like, oh, you do. He was now listing so many principles he has, and it was very odd, and it sounded very strange to me or for me, because that was more like my first time of knowing that there are principles and boundaries in friendships and relationships. And I was like, why should there be principles and boundaries in friendship? And you call that friendship? So I'm going to be sharing useful tips to help you set boundaries, or to let you know the reason why you should set boundaries. So the first thing I want you to understand when setting boundary, or if you've set boundaries and you don't know the reason why you are doing that, is the fact that you should be self-aware. If you're not aware of the friendships, or if you're not aware of what you have or what you share with people, believe me, you wouldn't even know when you're even disrespected in the name of friendship. You will not know. Second point now is learn how to be expressive. I tell you, before now I used to be like, let me not say things, it will be hurtful, let me just keep my cool, let me just swallow this thing, let me just swallow my reaction, so that this person will not think this. And at the end of the day, I get used, because I've been trying so hard not to be expressive. I've been trying so hard not to communicate my feelings, not to communicate my thoughts, not to communicate whatever I feel is necessary for me. I was always swallowing them, because I do not want it to come from a place of hurt or a place of whatever. And that was if it cost me a lot, because at the end of the day, it still leads to the fact that people will be assuming what is not even right. So the second thing you should know when setting boundary is the fact that you should learn how to be expressive. You'll not be scared of anybody or anything. Nobody is going to beat you. Do you understand? So long as it's not coming from a place of being rude or whatever, it's not coming from a disrespectful place against anybody. It's also need for us to be very expressive. The third one is the fact that you should not be scared of saying no. And I think I've said this more often than not. But another way of even switching it is, if you're not going to say no, you should say yes with conditions. Yes. Say yes with conditions. Somebody wants you to go out on a date or on a lunch with the person, and it's actually not bad if you go out with the person for lunch or whatever. However, there are things you wouldn't want to do while hanging out or whatever with the person. So You tell the person, okay, yes, I'll be going on a lunch with you, but I am not going to drink. I'm not going to have any liquid. I'm not going to smoke. I'm not going to do anything. Does that make sense? At least you've established the fact that you're going out with this person, but there are certain things you will not do. That's a yes with condition. The fourth one is part of ways of setting boundaries, the fact that you should not always be available to those people, so long as you do not see them as a friend, a go-to person, a very strong person that you could really say this person is your friend. There's really no need for you to be always available to this person. Setting boundaries and principles or whatever means that you will not always prove to be available. When the person needs, it's not even the person. Anytime the person calls, okay, yes, I'm in. Let me listen to you. Whenever the person chats you up, you're always there to give your 2 cents. Why? Are you a counselor? Improve the fact that you're always available. Then the person can discuss whatever with you, and it brings nonsense. Even the ones you do not entertain, the person will bring it to you because you always give a listening ear, you always give a shoulder, you always give this, you always give that. That's why the person is always saying rubbish. Even when there's no need, the person says silly things because you are always there, you're always availing yourself. Fifth thing you should know about setting boundaries with people, or if you want to set boundaries with people, is the fact that you should maintain silence when you want to, with people you do not really have a cordial or meaningful relationship with. I don't know if that makes sense, but it does. What this means is the fact that this person is not your friend. You're setting boundaries with this person, and the person wants your inputs. I think, and it relates to the fourth point, the fact that you don't always have to be available. So this one means even when you are available and there are certain words or options this person, views the person wants from you, there's always need for you to either maintain silence or just tell the person, be open to. Why are you scared of people? Why are you scared of even saying things? Why? When you don't want to say, when you don't want to maintain silence, then there's need for you to tell the person, I am sorry, I cannot contribute to this because I do not feel comfortable doing that. So now that I've come to the end of this video, please do not forget to share and also like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.